40 years ago, I had a bouncing baby boy, and I was at Grace Hospital, and my doctor noticed that, with my attention of course, that he had an allergy, a rash like was on his little arm, and he in turn introduced my family and myself to Dr. Heidelberg. And he came in and introduced himself, and from that day to this, he worked with my son, and he got the rash cleared up. And we just stuck with him from that day forward. Whenever we had a problem, immediately we would make an appointment to come. And Jarrell grew up with the allergy, but he learned how to control it through the medication that Dr. Heidelberg prescribed. I always look at the credentials. You know, maybe it's not good or maybe it's bad, but I look at the schools that they went to, the time that they put into it. And I also look at how long were they in residency. Where is your real concern? Because there's a lot of things that goes on in doctors' lives that don't really care. It's about the profession and not about the patient. But I would tell them, with your little one, entrust it into the Heidelberg family. It worked for me, and I'm sure it'll work for you. When you walk in, there's a smile, and no matter what your morning or your day is like, they're patient enough to listen. They sign you in, and then they work with you. They give you undivided attention because it is your time. And I appreciate that from the whole staff. The whole staff is excellent. What I find common between Dr. Heidelberg and Dr. K is the care. They're concerned. They don't just, here, this is a medication, this is for you, try it and make it work. No, they walk you through it, then they monitor you as you go through it. And I appreciate that. She always tell me, let me know what's bothering you. Because that caused some of the problems that you have. And if we can get that under control, then we can solve the skin problem. And this is what we did. So she was just, not just a doctor, but she was like my counselor. She was a friend. And I found that in her dad as well. In the 40 years that I've been coming and going from Dr. Heidelberg's office, I found that to be so. They make it like you feel not just as a number, but as a human being. And they always said quality is on the inside. So what he did and what she does is to bring that quality out. And if it's in our skin, it's there, she's going to find the problem. And she's going to solve it. I get a lot of compliments because of the care that I have. They teach you healthy skin care. Teach you also not just in dermatology, but you got to start with the food that you eat. They recommend certain things that will help increase the quality of your skin. So I never let anyone mess with my skin. Even when we go to the department stores, they want to do makeup. No, they want to put makeup on you. I reject that because I don't want you touching my skin. I've come too far in my treatments as well as in preparation to get the skin that I have. So I'm very protective over my skin. At the age that I am now, I recommend it to anyone. When I see people with problem skin, I always say, do you have a dermatologist? If so, if not, then let me recommend mine. And I'm glad to recommend her because I am the result of Dr. Heidelberg.